All right, all right. There he is. How you feeling, my man? You feeling good?
Yeah, man, can't complain. I take it you're at the Senior Bowl, which is your stomping grounds. I'm proud of you for keeping that tradition going. What's the vibe like considering the NFL is making a push with the East-West game?
Wow, dude. You should hear the NFL people talk about what they did last week. A lot of them, and I'm going to do it next year. I didn't know all the practice. The main practices were Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So Monday you could have traveled to here and then start doing your stuff here. I'm going to do that next year. I'll just travel Sunday night out of Vegas and come down here and fly into New Orleans or something, and then come on over. I'm going to do that myself next year. But they told me the NFL. And I got to give my man Eric Galco a lot of credit. I've known Galco for many, many years now, Optimum Scouting and all that stuff. And
Is he running East-West now?
oh yeah, dude, did you not know that?
I did not know that.
This is his third year running the East-West, and so they want to take on the Senior Bowl, and so this is kind of their idea. And then they got the NFL now,
Yeah,
to back the East-West Shrine. So I heard they put on one hell of a presentation this past week. All the scouts and agents and all, dude, they were bragging like they had a good time. And it's Vegas too, Omar.
it's Vegas.
Right,
I
and
mean,
so they're
Mobile. I love Mobile. I
right.
love Mobile.
No, because you get everybody in a different light here compared to anywhere else. But
Yeah.
in Vegas, they probably have more potential of generating revenue. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's the potential of generating revenue because I mean, Vegas has got like a crap load of conventions that don't need the NFL.
I know,
But
but the NFL can generate revenue by having a game in Vegas more than probably Mobile.
I mean, yeah,
I'm just I'm spitballing here. You know what I mean? Because you can invite your sponsors and big wigs and all that, and they'd love to. The game is secondary. It's just the events, Vegas. What I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. So it's just they're always working some angle. You know what I'm
they
saying?
always are.
Yeah, yeah, and obviously they're geniuses. That's why they print more money than the Federal Reserve does.
Yeah.
Um,
What is it now? 16 billion? Like I did the calculations based on what the projected cap was because I love the business of the NFL. I can't quote it to you verbatim right now, but based on what the cap went up, that means every NFL team made roughly at least, and I'm being conservative, $30 million more than they made last year.
yeah,
Imagine a business that makes $30 million more than what they made the previous year, where they had a good year.
yeah,
That was crazy, man.
yeah. Only Amazon or Apple or something like that.
Yeah,
You
man.
know, only a powerhouse like that can do
but
something
but
like
it's
that.
understandable considering that's the new TV deal. So now the question is, where's the NFL going to get a new source of revenue that's going to allow them to generate conservatively 16 million more this the upcoming year?
Streaming, streaming. It's probably what it is because they've got all these streaming services now, and that's where our world is at nowadays. It's all platforms, baby.
Yeah,
So that's it's kind of the world. I am athlete. It's all about platforms, man. That's kind of the way it is. That's the way people are gravitating to. So I just think that's kind of part of the whole territory. And then I think for the NFL next is Europe. I still think you got to put a 4-team division out there, and that's how
yeah.
you absolutely you expand to 1 year and then you expand to another year, and you put one in Paris and Berlin and Barcelona and London, and then you put an international practice facility there. So when American teams fly over, they stay for a couple of weeks. They can travel to a couple. You put an international practice facility here in the United States. So when the European teams come over, they hang out for a couple of weeks somewhere in the Indy Mobile district of the country.
No,
So
hell
that
no.
way,
Don't do that.
no, what I'm saying is in the middle of the country, so they can, flying is not as bad. No, you can't put them in New York because then if they got to go to San Francisco, you know what I'm saying? So you put them in the center of the country so they can fly lower. The thing about
You don't
Europe,
think they could just take over whatever team goes? Nah,
no,
you're right. You're 1,000% right.
you can't put one or two teams out there. You got to put a
No, no,
whole
no. I'm
division.
not talking about the 4 teams. You're right. Everybody knows it's going to be a division. I think Roger Goodell. I watched something last week where Roger Goodell was speaking on it. And I think it's getting closer than we probably think. But I hear what you're saying about the international the joint training facility. And
you put a hotel and a training facility, and it's always going to have business, period. Because you can put a whole thing, you can make it an NFL experience, hotel, all that, and then the fans of the teams from across the pond are going to come over with the American teams. The teams out of Europe, the fans out of Europe will stay there too. It's sick, bro. They can do all kinds of shit. They can do all kinds of shit. Please give me a break. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, we're probably about 10 years away from that, but yeah,
I agree.
You could see them probably plotting and planning.
All right. This Fangio stuff, like, wow, this is crazy. First of all, let's go with Sean Payton. Talk about shotgun weddings in the NFL. Okay, because the Broncos wanted DeMeco Ryans, they wanted Jim Harbaugh, they couldn't get him, so they settled for Peyton. Houston didn't really want Peyton. Arizona didn't really want Peyton. Carolina wasn't willing to pay the price to trade for Peyton inside the division, so Peyton had nowhere to go. And then Denver couldn't find a suitor, so they had to settle for Peyton. Payton didn't really want to go to Denver because he didn't want to resurrect Russell Wilson's career. So now he's got to take that job. This has become a complete shotgun wedding here with all this.
I disagree from this standpoint. If Sean Payton wanted to sit out a year, he would have made $7 million doing TV, and he would have been just fine if he wanted to wait. I don't think
he did, but he didn't want to wait, dude.
I think that it's not as much. I think Denver was always his first choice, and the conversations that he'd always had always kind of made him lean towards Denver. I thought if he took a job this year, it was going to be the Denver job.
I thought it was Carolina or Houston, actually, not Denver.
Yeah, I keep hearing the division stuff, so I don't know how much since I pay attention to it, but I keep hearing that they're not going to trade him to the division. The price,
because they were going to ask for like 2 first-rounders if you go to Carolina because it's within the division.
But if you were going to take a job, and I said this plenty of times, if you're going to take a job, that Denver job is the best job available out there.
No, San Fran's the best job. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm thinking Fangio. Yes, you're right. Out of all those teams, well, no, the Russell Wilson situation, I think kind of clouds it.
Okay, so which job would you
I got to tell you something. I don't mind the Houston gig because you got $40 million under the cap. You got the number 2 and number 12 picks in the draft. You got extra capital, too, on top of all of that. You could get your young quarterback in this draft with the 2nd or the 12th pick. So now you get your guy. You can mold him right from the get-go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
that wasn't a bad deal. And then the Carolina one for me was the best one because you had the defense in place.
What quarterback?
That's what you had to find. That's what
what quarterback? You just trade away a lot of your assets.
You can say, but Derek Carr will become a free agent eventually. You can get him.
You're right. You're right. If that's what you're gonna do, and I don't have a problem with that. I think Derek Carr, Jimmy Garoppolo, you'd be fine with whatever route you.
But Jimmy does suffer a crap ton of injuries. I'd take Derek Carr over him just because he's been healthier.
Yeah,
yeah.
I like to. There's no question I take Derek Carr over everybody else. The quarterback from Kentucky intrigues me. I think he's going to be the number 1 quarterback selected. So, I mean, do you feel like Houston? That's their. Well, I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
Wait a minute. Who's the number 1 pick? It's
Chicago.
It's a non-quarterback team. So yeah. So he'll be the number 2 pick.
Maybe.
I mean, it's Chicago, unless somebody wants him so badly that they're going to trade up. Yeah. And then Chicago can get a boatload for that pick, obviously.
So I don't know exactly what is going to happen in the NFL, but it's going to be intriguing as it always is. This league never shuts down and never, denies you of these shock value and headline stealers. I'm shocked DeMeco Ryans took that Texans job. It's a bad job. Everybody knows it's a bad job, bad ownership, bad GM. And obviously, if he took that Texans job, he got a whole lot of money guaranteed.
6 years, dude. They gave him a 6-year contract, Omar.
Yeah,
That's sexy.
The Devils are in the details. Brian Flores' contract was fully guaranteed too. See how that turned out?
Yeah, but it was in 6 years. That was 4 years. I believe. 5 years? Okay, 5. So you're paying, but you're getting paid 6 guaranteed years. Again, they've got $40 million. They've got high picks.
They got nothing on their roster, bro. They got nothing.
I know, but you got a lot of picks because you made some trades, so you got extra.
Oh, wow. I got a great opportunity to get a whole bunch of Noah Igbenogany's and Liam Eichenbergs and Austin Jacksons. Oh, thumbs up. Like, oh.
You're terrible because you don't mention all the great picks out of all of them.
Jalen Phillips and Jerome Bakers and that Mike Gesicki pick. That was phenomenal pick right there.
It is a great pick. Just because they don't know how to use him, that doesn't matter.
Hey, man, he's had 4 coaches that don't know how to use him. Okay.
Right. I think Gase knew how to use him.
No, Gase didn't get it use out of him.
Yeah, he did. He got more use out of him than everybody else.
No, his best years were under Flores. Gase, he never had any good years under Gase.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. I think Gase got whacked in his second year. You gonna make me look this up now?
Yeah. I'm gonna look it up. Just to, I'm pretty sure he did well during the Gase years. I thought at least.
Have you gone to Winslow's yet?
No, I have not. I have not. Oh, you know what? His best year was the 703 under Flores with 6 touchdowns. Yeah. He had 5 touchdowns. 19 was Flores also. There was 570, so he had 11. Yeah, the problem is he only played with Gase his rookie year where he only had 22 catches.
Yeah.
But again, I think he's going to – dude, he played nothing this year and scored 5 touchdowns, the same amount he scored with Flores in 1 year.
Still, I mean, best of luck to him. I want him to go to a place that could utilize him properly. I think – I know there's been mention of Tennessee a bunch going back before he got franchise tagged. So maybe they can flirt with him a little bit more and bat their eyes and give Ryan Tannehill. No, that's under new management. That's under Ryan Carthon. He's not picking.
Ryan is gone, dude. He's history. They're cutting his ass. He's done there. They're moving on.
I don't know. And do what? You think he's going to get Jimmy Garoppolo?
Oh, I don't know who they're going to get, but I think they're moving on from Ryan Tannehill.
We'll see. I don't know. I'm friends with Rand, and I don't know what his plans are. Remember he's a Dolphin fan, so he's followed Ryan Tannehill throughout his career, so he knows exactly what Ryan Tannehill is. The question is, can he get an upgrade? Can you do better than Ryan? Because think about it. Ryan Tannehill took the Titans to 2 AFC championship games. They were in position to get to the playoffs before he got hurt last year. I'm not the biggest Ryan Tannehill defender in the world, but it ain't bad. It hasn't been bad.
Derrick Henry took him to 2 AFC championships.
Nope, the second year Derrick Henry wasn't available. And
I know.
Was the number 1 seed in the AFC.
I know it was. I know it was Dante Foreman replacing Derrick Henry.
It don't matter, bro.
Looking and playing like Derrick Henry.
He deserves.
Huh?
Give Tannehill the respect he deserves. Put some respect on Tannehill's name.
No, there is no respect for Tannehill. He can't.
Tannehill beat your baby Tua in that critical Tennessee game. Whooped his ass.
That's because your dumbass coach didn't keep running the ball.
He got to be my coach.
Yeah, no, that's your boy. You're hugging and smoking the peace pipe on I Am Athlete.
Don't do that.
Oh, Brian, I love you. You're my best friend.
No, don't do that. That's not the reality.
Oh my God.
Where does he end up?
Oh, I'm gonna say something that's not right, but I'm gonna say it anyways. He's been the token interview everywhere he goes, dude. I mean, they bring him in, but he's really not a finalist for anything every single time. You know what I mean?
How many jobs did he interview for this cycle? Arizona and what else?
Arizona. Where else did he interview? Houston.
No, I don't think he interviewed Houston this cycle.
Yeah, he did. They interviewed him. I'm pretty sure. Look it up.
They interviewed him last cycle, and they were part of the lawsuit.
Oh, that's right. That's what it was. Maybe it was somebody else. Let me see. Brian Flores.
You have to remember also he was brought in for defensive coordinator interviews for a lot of teams.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, nah. He only interviewed with the Cardinals, which is I thought the Cardinals would have been a good job for him. Did they hire anybody yet?
Not yet. They're going through a couple of extras also. I wonder if he'll get if Cincinnati loses Lou Anarumo.
Is Lou interviewing for a job?
Yeah, he's interviewing for other jobs. So if he goes, he's interviewing in Arizona. I wonder if Cincinnati will then interview Brian Flores.
Lou, we had him here. I'm a big fan of Lou. I'm very impressed with what he's done in Cincinnati. I know a good portion of his staff. Cardinals are interviewing him. You're right. I love Lou.
He interviewed in Minnesota, Brian Flores.
You sure it was that was last year? That was last year.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that was last year. Oh, you mean for defensive coordinator?
Yeah, that's what I'm reading right now in an article that I'm trying to find out where he, besides the Cardinals, it's also Minnesota that he's interviewed. And I think, I want to say there's another place too. And hey, listen, if Brian Flores is interviewing for a defensive coordinator position,
Cleveland. What you said, Minnesota. Listen.
I think Cleveland too. He interviewed in Cleveland too. Also, yes.
He's a good coach.
Defensive coach, not a head coach. Not a head coach.
He'd have to attach himself to somebody who could build his staff, just like Mike. But
he meddles too much. You can't meddle. You can't.
He's a head coach. There is no such thing as meddling because
but he has the Belichick medal. But Belichick is Belichick, so he can bring on his coaches that he breeds, and then he can, interrupt them and do whatever the hell he wants to them. Then Brian does kind of the same crap to his own staff and front office, by the way, and that's something that he's got to tone down. That's the question. Listen, I told you this story before. I've told everybody. When they hired him, they asked him, "Are you going to turn into Bill Belichick?" And he said, "No, I'm going to be my own man." Well, he turned into Bill Belichick.
He was his own man. He wasn't Belichick. I covered him. He wasn't Belichick. Now, was his own man productive? Good? No, not really. But they're all from the same cut from the same cloth, bro. You can't. It's hard to.
No, I know. That's why they all fail. Everyone that tree's rotten as hell because they all act like him. And it's like, dude, there's only one. Stop, dude. Just because you came from there, that doesn't mean you're Belichick, bro. And you got to stop doing that kind of crap. And that's why every one of those guys fails, dude. And by the way, they all have terrible people skills. Have you noticed that too? About all the Matt Patricia, Josh McDaniels, Joe Judge.
Ryan. Yeah. No, not all. Romeo Crennel.
No, but Romeo Crennel is not really a Belichick guy.
Oh, he is. He was under Belichick. He
was under Belichick, but he was in the league even before Belichick. He then joined Belichick. And by the way, Romeo Crennel is like, if you've met Romeo Crennel, that's just like
that's one of the nicest human beings ever.
Right. That's just a beautiful human being. You know what I mean? He's like, it's just one of those guys that if you have a problem with him, then there's something wrong with you, those kind of dudes.
Yeah, it's like Perk. If you got an issue with Perk, then it's really you.
Then it's you. Exactly.
Everybody knows it's you. They don't say it, but they know it's you.
Yeah, that's Captain Curtis is like that too. He was like that also. It's really easy to get along with Captain.
Defense. So, no, most his whole entire career is with Belichick. What are you talking about?
Is it the whole thing?
Yeah,
are you sure?
Damn, from special teams, coached in New England Giants. I mean, obviously Parcells too, but He'd been with
Okay.
Belichick ever since
I
he'd been
thought
on the college ranks.
I thought he was. I wasn't sure if it was Parcells. I thought he was with another coach before Belichick.
I mean, he was with Parcells, but it was still under Belichick. Literally, he worked under Belichick at every stop in the NFL.
Okay, all right.
Except
But he's a good dude. I've met him before.
Yeah,
but
no,
you know what? And maybe Romeo was too nice. Maybe there was the other extreme for Romeo, because Romeo ended up in the Wade Phillips, category that
I wonder what he's doing now, because
you want him running your defense, but you don't want him, being a head coach, that kind of stuff.
Last I checked, he was I'm looking now. He was a senior advisor for football performance in Houston. He wasn't in the NFL last year, apparently. So I'm curious what he's doing, and will he resurrect himself? Now that you got me looking up every coach
but he's up there in years too now at this point. He's probably slowing down.
In age, Romeo. Romeo is, they all slow down, but 75, Jesus Lord, you're right.
Yeah, dude. He probably doesn't want to travel anymore. He probably lives in that area in Houston. That's probably why he has that job there, just to kind of stay in the game and keep his mind a part of it. But he probably doesn't want the grind of the NFL anymore, because a guy like Romeo Crennel could easily find a job somewhere, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
75. Goodness gracious. I wonder what I'll be doing at 75.
I hope I'm relaxing in a beach somewhere, doing absolutely nothing.
You say that all the time. You say that. My wife always wants to go to the beach every weekend. I hate going to the beach. And I know I like the beach. But I hate all the work involved. The lugging the stuff to the beach, the lugging the stuff back, the getting all the sand out the truck, cleaning the truck. I don't want, and she don't do none of that, Big O.
No, I know. I'm talking about living on the beach, so I just walk over and then walk back.
You just get out and walk to it. Okay.
Right. Grab my metal detector, go over to the beach, go searching.
I'm a 15-minute drive, but it's just I can't. And I always thought that, when you're a 15-minute drive, you'll just go. My wife wants to go all the time, and
I got to do that for my wife. So eventually, I got to end somewhere closer to the ocean, even though the ocean will come to us, because of course it's going to eat up all the land soon. But anyway, I got to get her closer to the ocean, because that's like therapy for her. She loves the ocean.
Yeah, I guess that's why my wife likes it too.
Yeah,
so I'll stop kicking and fighting. What she'll say on Saturday. What, you want to go to the beach? I'll be like, no.
Happy wife, happy life.
My anniversary's tomorrow too.
Wow, how many years?
I think 3.
You think 3? Okay.
I think 3. I'm going with 3.
Mine's next month. 29.
29 years. Goodness gracious.
29 years.
March
18th.
Special for 30. Better not just take her to Mobile.
No. The pressure's on. You know what I did for my 25th?
What'd you do for your 25th?
Took her to Paris.
Oh.
We had dinner on the Seine in a glass boat.
Okay.
Sunset.
All right.
The next day, I took her to the Eiffel Tower.
Okay.
Where we had dinner in the Eiffel Tower, and I gave her a brand new wedding ring.
Oh, look at you.
And our hotel was literally next to the Eiffel Tower. Like, we walked out of the balcony, and we're looking at it like right there. Like, it's like we have pictures of us like right here with the Eiffel Tower right behind us from our balcony. So, and remember, in the 20th anniversary, I got her for a week. We went to on the Oasis, which was a brand new ship at that time, double balcony. So we had like this king size suite, double balcony.
Oh.
So the pressure for 30 is enormous.
And here's my question to you, and because this is what you got to have me on Friday, because like she sent me things that she would want for a gift, and I'm wondering, what's my gift going to be for our anniversary?
I see.
Nothing. My guess is nothing.
Oh, but wait a minute. She tells you what she wants. You don't surprise her with it.
I usually do. This time she was very specific. She wanted those year-long flowers that cost a ridiculous amount of money. And
they have that.
Yeah, they have flowers that last a full year, roses. How, I don't know.
Is Barry Bonds and Greg Anderson growing these flowers?
Bro, don't ask me. They last a year. I'm curious. They literally cost 3 bands. So, like, if this is what you want, like flowers that last a year, c'est la vie. It's cheaper than getting their flowers every 3 weeks.
That's true.
So, hey,
listen, and not for nothing, but it's only year 3. When we get to like 10 and then 20, and then that's when you really got to step up.
And tell your followers, I need a good sushi place in North Miami or North Miami Beach or the Aventura area. I'm so dying for a good sushi spot. I used to go to Moshi Moshi. It's no longer near me. And I want to find something locally. I want to find something that I can enjoy and have a good sushi meal. Nothing in this neighborhood. Tons of Chinese places. No sushi.
There was a sushi place that I used to go to. Again, I don't know if it's still there, and I'm trying to remember the name. And it is kind of in the North Miami area, Aventura area. I'm just trying to remember. If I remember, I'll send you the text. But there was one that I used to go to all the time. So what, you don't like driving a little bit if you have to drive? Oh, by the way, why don't you go to the one at the Hard Rock?
Hard Rock's a little far for me. Like, it can be, and then I don't like the pressure. I have eaten at Hard Rock, and I had a good meal.
What is it, the Kono, or I think it's called? That's really good. Like, it's really good. Okay. I don't know if you've gone there, but that sushi place is excellent.
All right, okay?
I'll look into it. Could somebody give me the name out there? What the hell's the name of the one at the Hard Rock that you should go to that?
I'll even try Dania. Dania, I'm curious to explore Dania. Dania, Hollywood. I need to explore a little bit more. I need to find a good sushi spot.
Yeah, I'm sure there's got to be one out there. Kuro, that's it. Thank you, Karen. Kuro, that's the one. All right. Hey, listen. And by the way,
what's up?
Maybe you should find out about a suite upstairs.
No.
You have a little dinner, maybe you go a little gambling, then you go upstairs, and
I don't like going to Hard Rock because then you feel the pressure to gamble, and then it's just money down the drain.
You're out to have fun, Omar. You're not supposed to think about that.
Losing money is not fun for me, Big O.
Don't lose a lot. Just bet a couple bucks. That's it. Have some fun. You don't have to take it that serious. That's kind of the idea. Of course, you're going to lose. We all lose when we go to a casino. That's why they build those beautiful castles.
I'd rather lose my money on food,
right?
Massages.
You could do that at the Hard Rock. I'm sure they have a spa there. You could probably have a spa day and then go to the sushi and then go home.
That's a lot of money, Big O.
Are you not? Is that not your wife? Are you not married?
I think $300 roses should be good for an anniversary, don't you? What's the budget on an anniversary?
Oh, there's no budget.
I disagree with you.
It's a
Big O's Texters. What is the budget on an anniversary?
Now, my budget, I don't put a number on it. I put satisfaction on it. Okay, so if I do this, this kicks ass. I don't think about the price. I think about what it's going to do. You know what I mean? That's the impact of it. That's the way I look at it.
I'm sorry. You got to put a budget on an anniversary.
I mean, I got my wife still to this day, like, look, she looks at the ring. She tells me, thank you. She hands it to me to put it back on her finger again. You know, all those kind of things, while we're sitting there, whatever. And so that new ring I got her 4 years ago, it's still carrying weight to this day, baby.
Props. Where's your ring?
That is priceless. Huh? I don't wear rings. I don't wear rings. I don't wear any real jewelry. I wear just, like custom jewelry. I don't wear real jewelry because you know why? I am a disaster with my jewelry. I break it all the time. And the wedding ring I have that has 5 diamonds, I lost one of the diamonds. And I said, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. And I had a gold chain that had some stuff on it, and I broke the chain like 2 times, and I was lucky that I didn't lose it. And I told my wife, I'm done. I only wear my stuff when I go out somewhere. Then I'll put on my ring, I'll put on my watch and all that kind of stuff. But if not, you're going to see me with stuff like this. See right there?
Gotcha.
Skulls. You're going to see me with, this kind of stuff. It's not going to be anything expensive. You know what I mean? Because if I lose it, if I break it, I don't care. I'll just, spend another $12 for this ring.
Hey, I want to ask you your opinion on Fangio.
Brother, like I said, it's a shotgun wedding. This is weird. I think this is what happened with Fangio. I think Miami was never the first option for him. Ever, 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 ever. Okay? I think he would have stayed in Philadelphia if the defensive coordinator left because he was already consulting there. Kind of knew it. He has family in Philadelphia. I think he was going to go to San Francisco instead because he knows Shanahan has a relationship. They run the exact same defense that he runs. And then I thought Miami was third because Sean Payton couldn't find a home. Nobody wanted Sean Payton. But then after Denver has struck out more than the worst Marlin you can ever think of, they ended up settling for Sean Payton. So now that becomes an option. Even though they fired him, it doesn't matter. It's new ownership. It's the Walmarts that took over, not the ownership that fired him. And the general manager that's still there, guess what? He got neutered now by Sean Payton. That guy may not even be there very long after Sean Payton gets there. That guy that guy will probably be fired after the draft, as you know, because contracts for personnel people end after the draft. So what Sean Payton will do is use him up for all the information, gather his own, do the draft, and then get rid of him at the end and move on and get his own guy. I know what's coming. You know what's coming. So I think Fangio, this is what I think happened, okay? And you've been in the business long enough. In fact, I was talking to some NFL people yesterday about that another situation kind of like it. I think the agent was negotiating with the Dolphins, agreed to a contract. Then, they've probably taken half a day or whatever. He hadn't talked to Fangio. He calls him back. He says, Vic, we got a deal. I know I told you to get a deal, but I just got a call from Sean. He's making waves with Denver. It looks like he's going there. Kyle is begging me to go. I got to tell you, man, right now I got to – and so now I think it was
Keep
Vic.
in mind, he has the same agent as Mike McDaniel. So
I think Vic put his agent in a bad position and the Dolphins in a bad position.
His agent is the same agent as Mike McDaniel.
I know that, but that has nothing to do with it. At that point, when you're negotiating with the GM and you come up with a deal, you're not calling Mike. You're calling Vic. Hey, we got a deal. And Vic's like, whoa, wait a minute. I just talked to Sean. I got to tell you, I'm sorry. Tell the Dolphins I'm not ready to sign anything yet because – so I think this is very obvious to me. The Dolphins weren't ever an option, a top option. They were the fallback the entire time. And they almost scored, scored the touchdown until somebody tackled them at the 1-yard line and you were the Titans and you didn't get to go to the Super Bowl. So I just think that that's what happened to them, that I think Fangio kind of changed his mind in the middle of those negotiations because what he really wants kind of started to develop. And I think that that's what's happening. That's just me. I've been trying to unearth the information, brother. Nobody's returning anything from that building right now. Okay.
Everybody's on the grounds. East, West, Senior Bowl. So
what do you think? You think my theory might have some legs?
I think he was. I mean, I've been told he was always going to go where Sean Payton went. So
yeah, but there was no home for Sean Payton.
Yeah,
until they couldn't get Harbaugh and Ryans.
Don't say Harbaugh. I don't believe that.
Oh, yeah, no. Apparently, dude, Rappaport reported that they went after Harbaugh. They couldn't agree to a contract. And then they went after Ryans. And then Sean Payton was –
They discussed with Harbaugh very early, couldn't get a deal done. Yes, they went to DeMeco. I felt like he should have taken that job. So do they. But I think it's just a different ownership. From what I'm hearing, this ownership is this ownership group, they're a little bit inexperienced when it comes to, and they don't know how things work in the NFL.
Why you got to be picking on Condoleezza Rice, bro? What are you doing there?
No, it's not Condoleezza, so don't do that. Don't listen. I don't like that because we suffered for a while through the Donna Ponte era, and the Dolphins were the laughing stock of the NFL when Donna Ponte was running things. And lo and behold, Steve Ross was a pioneer. He was one of the first. She wasn't the first, but he's a trailblazer. And now everybody's got to get a woman executive in their front office. So, and he was mocked for it. Organization was mocked for it. So I give them props, respect, and praise. And so Condoleezza's an ownership group. Props to her. Congratulations. A black woman is part of an ownership group. Hey, amen.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. But I just think that is the real problem with the whole situation, that I think he kind of put everybody in a bad spot, Vic, because I think he emotionally felt like, okay, yeah, the Miami deal is good, but wait a minute, I got better options over here. And he hadn't signed anything yet. So he can back.
Done.
Exactly. Sean, do me a favor. Pull up that picture, a classic Philbin Aponte picture from the past. Let's.
I need to see Vic Fangio's girlfriend because she keeps getting brought up, and she's big time doctor in L.A. or California. I'm like,
you're trying to find out if she is hot as Mike Zimmer's girlfriend? Is that what you're trying to do?
Mike Zimmer's girlfriend is hot. I didn't know that.
She's not hot. She's hot and a half. For an old geezer like that to be pulling in that, my God, I think Deion Sanders hired him at the Colorado just to have his girlfriend around.
Okay, if you like that kind of thing, all right.
That's a nearly a 70-year-old man bringing that in.
Wow.
Not you and me. I'm not saying I'm not asking your personal opinion on that. I'm just saying Mike Zimmer's tagging that. That's impressive for Mike Zimmer. What do you mean maybe? Well, the Viagra works every once in a while. Come on, bro.
Maybe. How old is Mike Zimmer? Let me see what this age is.
Oh, he's got to be 63.
I wonder if he's 66. I wonder if he was divorced.
Oh, yes. That's a divorced man if I've ever seen one. Okay.
Oh, no. Don't. She died, bro.
Oh, she did? Oh, he's a widower. Oh, well, okay. But you got to move
on. Wow. Look, she died last year.
Huh?
She died last year during football season.
No way.
Yeah.
He's been with it. No, he's been with this girlfriend for a couple years.
No. Zimmer had married his wife for 27 years. Okay, yeah, you're wrong.
No, he's been with this girlfriend a couple years, bro, because it's been a subject on our show for a while. I've shared the picture with folks like, wow, Mike Zimmer's going out with this. And she's probably late 30s, right? Maybe early 40s. I doubt it. I don't know. I'm not sure, but she's pretty young for
Mike Zimmer. I mean, she's in the cougar crowd. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, for Mike Zimmer, that's pretty impressive.
I mean, yes, he's 66 years old. What do you want from the man?
Sean, you got that Philbin picture up? Philbin and Aponte, since we might as well, because somebody made a meme of Philbin and Aponte. I don't know. Maybe Sean stepped away from the desk a moment there. Oh, no, there it is. Ah, yes.
You got to give Sean time to work, baby.
Yes.
She's now the number 3 in the NFL. Props to her.
Yep. Good old Philbin and Donna Ponte.
They beamed her up. Ross kind of pushed her aside for Tannenbaum, and they beamed her up to the NFL.
All right, man. Tell us about I Am Athlete. What do you guys got going on, my friend?
Steven Jackson episode is up now. So,
okay. All right. I like it. All right. What do you have to? Steven Jackson? We're talking Seattle.
No, we're talking Stack. Steven Jackson.
Basketball player?
Yeah, Stat 5.
Oh, he's always got a lot to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Conversation.
Yeah, I like him because he's willing to say stuff.
He's on the All the Smoke podcast. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He says. Yeah. He's not Mr. PC. So that's a good thing about Steven Jackson when you get him. And you guys, I would imagine, had to touch base on the
George Floyd. Yeah,
because he was related to him. So yeah, all right. So that should be a very moving interview. And
very good conversation. Very healthy conversation. Tons of good stuff. We had to cut down to about 138 minutes.
Okay.
And trust me, a lot was left on the cutting room floor. So
all right. Well, are you guys doing stuff with that stuff on the cutting room floor, like bloopers and maybe missed nuggets or something like that at the end of the season?
We put out reels of other portions of the interview. Actually, one came before the episode, and then one is coming after the episode where he's talking about Lamar Jackson and how NFL players are screwed all the time, which is reality.
Of course. Yeah, exactly. But they know that they can sucker the players into it, and they know that the players will not ever take a hard line stance.
And I say this all the time. It really starts with the quarterbacks. They have to be the ones that draw the line in the sand and get fully guaranteed contracts, and then other players will start to get it. Only 2 quarterbacks in the NFL have had fully guaranteed contracts, and league just got to do better. Agents got to do better. It's I don't even put it on the players anymore. I put it on the agents because none of them want to be, buck the system. You got to buck the system. Sorry.
Okay. All right. You got it.
As you need.
That's right. All right. And don't forget, call our friends at Essential Moving Experts. Sean Williams, man, big time Dolphins fan. As you can see, the business is in Dolphins colors. Go to essentialmovingexperts.com. Long distance moving services, short distance moving services, home relocation, office relocation. If you're going across the country, across the county, across the state, doesn't matter. Essentialmovingexperts.com can help you out. Call Sean Williams and the boys there at 305-602-8369. Oh, we will catch up. Oh, wait a minute. Do we talk on Friday for your anniversary stuff, or what's the deal?
Sure. Yeah, sure.
All right, we'll bother you on Friday afternoon. All right, bro.
All right,
You'll
man.
be good. Later. You got it. Omar Kelly and our essentialmovingexperts.com Miami Dolphins exchange.